I am the crazy genius that designed the ropes course behind you. It will challenge both your individual physical skills as well as your teamwork. I hope you're up for the challenge. Watch and listen to this video closely and you'll find out how to enjoy it safely and get the most from it. You'll need to divide the time you have equally into two halves. Half to practice each of the ropes course challenges with a partner, and the remaining time to attempt the final team challenge all together as a group. Firstly, let's look quickly at each of the individual challenges to practice with your partner. Each pair start on a different part of the course and then go on to the next challenge after a set time, usually about 5 minutes. Once you get to the final challenge of the course, which is two wires that get further apart, this one's called the heebie-jeebies, you then rotate to the start of the course again, which is the poles and holes, if you haven't yet done it. A couple of the challenges pair up, but let's look at each of the challenges quickly in turn. Poles and holes. Start with all the poles out of the holes. Two people work together from either side to attempt to traverse the wall without touching the ground. Post a pole into a hole to provide a hand or a foothold for you and your partner. A few of the poles go into more than one hole, and some at the end of the wall only go into one side. Warning: be careful to post the poles through slowly, as your partner may just be the other side, particularly with the top poles, which will be close to your partner's head. And also be aware of this yourself. Monkey rope and Tyre. Try to monkey swing hand over hand along the rope as far as you can. Keep your feet dangling. When you later attempt this as a whole group, someone will be able to put the plank in position once they have crossed. There are various ways to climb over and across the Tyre to get to the tree platform. Postman's walk and ninja warrior rings. Postman's walk is one of the easiest of the ropes course elements, but it pairs up with one of the hardest, the ninja warrior rings. Not many people make it across. See how far you can get. Fortunately, you don't need to cross this when you attempt the final team challenge. Tension traverse. This is one of the trickiest challenges and is mostly about balance. Try to keep your weight always forward a little bit so that you aren't wobbling backwards and forwards. The trick is to form a loose loop in the rope that you can pass between your hands whilst keeping the tension from both sides of the rope at all times. It gets easier towards the end. Slackline. Start with the zip rope at the start. The trick is, once you have crossed, to flick it firmly back to your partner first time. Otherwise, one of you will need to try to get it back without touching the ground. Wobbly loops and rope swing. The wobbly loops are wobbly. Good luck. The key thing for the rope swing is to grip it as high as you can. For the final team challenge, one person can get across and then put the plank in place for everyone else. The heebie-jeebies. This is possibly the hardest challenge of all. It requires great cooperation and trust between two people and also very good balance. You will probably start with a shoulder-to-shoulder grip and carefully slide this into a handhold. Warning: be careful not to fall forwards and bump heads. Having practiced all the challenges in your pairs, it will be then time to attempt the whole team challenge together. For this, you must get the whole group from the start at the poles and holes all the way around to the rope swing platform without touching the ground. You start with 3 lives. If you touch the ground, you lose a life. Try not to lose any. As well as this, you also need to carry around 2 buckets half filled with water and pass them along to one another. By the end of the course, you tip the water carefully into a pipe to fill the tipper bucket that is then slowly hauled up and tipped into the final pipe. If you manage this successfully, then hopefully it will raise the sign out of the draw and you will have fully succeeded as a team. A couple of safety things. Be careful not to stand under any of the buckets and don't go inside the fenced off area. Raise and lower ropes slowly and under control and don't ever untie any of them. Now it's time to tighten your shoelaces and get organised into your pairs. Take good care and enjoy the ropes course safely together.